Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eugene Nicandri, and I'm chair of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board. Effective today, this will be my last meeting. I'm resigning as chair of the board of EDPAT as of the end of this month, and this will be my last meeting. I'd like to welcome the members of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board who are participating, Trustee Dennis Trainer and Andrew Silver. I'd also like to welcome Power Authority staff members who are participating via video conference and past and present staff members here present. This is a scheduled board meeting which has been duly noticed as required by the Opens Meeting Law of the state of New York. I call this meeting to order under EDPAT bylaw Article 3, Section 2. First item on the agenda is the adoption of the proposed agenda for today's meeting. I would ask whether the board members have any amendments or changes to the proposed agenda. If there are, it should be moved. If not, I would ask for a motion to adopt the agenda in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried, and the agenda is adopted. Next item is the adoption of the minutes of the meeting of March 28th of 2022. That's been circulated to the members. I'd ask if there are any motions to amend those minutes. If not, I would ask for a motion and a second to approve the minutes of March 28th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. The board members were polled prior to the meeting today regarding conflicts, and there were none. Next item is the Recharge New York Power new, extended, and modified allocations. And for that, I recognize Senior Vice President Keith Hayes. Keith?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, board members, Trainer and Silva, and all in attendance today. Today, the board is requested to recommend that the trustees approve contract extensions for 22 allocations of Recharge New York Power to existing customers, approve modifications related to 3 existing Recharge New York allocations and/or related supplemental commitments, and award new allocations of Recharge New York large business retention, large business expansion, and small business and not-for-profit based power to 9 applicants. All applications were submitted through the state's consolidated funding application system. As in the past, new applications were evaluated on a competitive basis in consideration of the 12 criteria in the Recharge New York legislation. I won't read through the 12 criteria, but some of the key ones include job commitments, capital investment, and an applicant's risk of closure or leaving the state if they are not awarded a Recharge New York Power allocation. Applications for new RNY power allocations have been considered where applicable under NYPA's Green Jobs Evaluation Incentive Plan and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Evaluation and Incentive Plan. Today's recommendations consist of the following: 22 extension allocations totaling 4.6 megawatts and supporting nearly 3,500 jobs. 3 modifications related to existing Recharge New York allocations and/or related supplemental commitments. 5 new large business retention allocations totaling 12.2 megawatts and supporting the retention of 340 jobs. 5 new large business expansion allocations totaling 19 megawatts and supporting the creation of nearly 780 new jobs. 11 new small business and not-for-profit based allocations totaling 1.9 megawatts and supporting nearly 2,360 jobs. If today's recommendations are approved, approximately 10 megawatts of RNY power will remain available to allocate. The awarded applicants will be offered Recharge New York contracts for a term of up to 7 years. The contract has provisions for the partial or complete withdrawal of an allocation if the recipient fails to maintain mutually agreed upon commitments relating to, amongst other things, employment, power utilization, and capital investment commitments. In summary, the board is being asked today to recommend that the trustees approve contract extensions for 22 allocations of RNY power to existing customers, approve modifications related to 3 existing R&Y allocations and/or related supplemental commitments, and award 21 new R&Y large business retention, large business expansion, and small business and not-for-profit based allocations. This item is submitted for your approval. I'd be happy to take any of your questions.
Dennis, Andy, any questions for Keith on this particular subject?
No
No.
questions.
Not, I'd ask for a motion to approve the recommendation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Extension and Economic Development Plan.
So this next item requests the board to approve an extension of the economic development plan covering the use of net revenues produced by the sale of expansion power to provide electric bill discounts in the form of an industrial incentive award to manufacturing companies located within the state of New York that are at identifiable risks of closure or relocation to another state. With EDPAB's approval, the term of the plan would be extended from June 1st of 2022 to May 31st, 2023. On April 26, 2022, Pratt submitted a request for an extension of the IIA beyond May 31st, 2022. Upon review of Pratt's current business case, staff determined the following. Pratt continues to meet the IIA requirements of being a manufacturing company at risk of closing or curtailing operations and continues to be negatively impacted by high electricity costs, which threaten the economic viability of operations at its Staten Island facility. Pratt further stated that it is anticipating electricity demand price increases in the near term based upon their current tariff. The company also cited both higher costs related to Public Law 97, which targets greenhouse gas emissions, and recent unexpected significant increases in operational costs expected from wastewater pretreatment requirements from the New York City DEP, as making the Staten Island plant less competitive than its facilities in other states. That further jeopardizes its successful operations in New York State. An extension of the IIA would support Pratt's ability to maintain the committed employment level of 256 jobs at its facility in Staten Island. At its July 26, 2022 meeting, the NYPA Board of Trustees will be asked to approve a request to approve an extension from June 1st, 2022 to May 31st, 2023 of the Economic Development Plan, approve a 1-year extension, again from June 1st, 2022 to May 31st, 2023 of the term of the IIA previously awarded to Pratt Paper New York, Inc., also known as Pratt, in the amount of up to $1 million in connection with its Staten Island operations. Accordingly, NYPA staff requests that EDPAB approve an extension of the Economic Development Plan covering the use of net revenues produced by the sale of expansion power to provide electric bill discounts in the form of an industrial incentive award to manufacturing companies located in New York State that are at identifiable risks of closure or relocation to another state in accordance with the Public Authorities Law, PAL 1005, 8th unnumbered paragraph, Economic Development Law, also known as EDL, subsection 188, and the provisions of EDL subsections 184 and 185 that evaluate applications for certain power. This item is submitted for your approval, and again, I'd be happy to take any of your questions.
Anybody have any questions other than what the sections are that these are authorized under?
No questions.
No questions.
If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve this recommendation as well.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next meeting of the board is on September 28th of this year at 9 a.m. Corporate Secretary's office will contact the board members about availability. Unless members have any additional questions or business, we'll now entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
If I may, Judge?
Sure, Keith.
So, Judge, I just want to recognize your nearly 15 years of distinguished and dedicated service. You have graciously volunteered your time and expertise to the Economic Development Power Allocation Board, providing invaluable insights, perspective, and guidance. You've served this board with the utmost professionalism and distinction, and I want to let you know that I'm grateful for your leadership and your dedication to advancing economic development and the associated benefits now realized by the people of the state of New York. For instance, if the trustees approve these recommendations tomorrow, we will have more than 433,000 jobs created or retained, and nearly 31 billion in capital investment commitments that are substantial impacts to the economy and certainly to disadvantaged communities in New York State. I wish you and your family all the best in your future, and I can truly say that we are better for being given the opportunity to work beside you.
Very kind. Thank you very much. Let me just, the feeling's mutual. I've really enjoyed my time as chairman of the EdPAT board. It's a critical program for the state of New York. And you just cited those numbers, and it recalls Everett Dirksen's quote, a million here, a million there, pretty soon you're talking real money. But this is a lot of jobs for the state of New York. A lot of investment has gone into the state of New York, and it's due in large part to the efforts of your staff, your predecessors, and the like. And I, for one, appreciate the help and the guidance you've given me as chairman, and I'll always remember it. So thank you very much. You're very kind.
Thank you. I will as well.
Thank you.
And Judge, this is Dennis. If I could just add, it's been an honor and a privilege for me to be on this board and as trustee with you at NYPER. And it's great to have got to know you as a person. And I wish you all the luck and happiness in your retirement. And I'll see you tonight.
Good. Thank you. If not, that's it. The motion carried, and next meeting is in September. Enjoy. Stay healthy, everyone.